late. We are the Swole Initiative Network, and we are bringing you the Fables of Gahlia, the correct way to start your weekend. So thank you very much for being here. Thank you for waiting. We appreciate that. Before we jump into tonight's episode, should we get through some announcements? We have a couple players away today, so we don't have a stacks. So who is going to grab the first announcement? Anyone?
Well, I have the second, so I'll do the first two.
There you go.
How about that? First up, we have Norse Foundry. Straight from the halls of Valhalla comes our first sponsor, Norse Foundry, artisan dice and gaming accessories, crafted from the finest metals and gemstones by the dwarves themselves. With Norse Foundry, even your natural ones, they'll be beautiful. Check them out at norsefoundry.com and use the code SWOLE to get 10% off of your purchase. We love them. I got my beautiful amethysts here. I'll show you. Nope, can't see it. Cool. They're here. Also, you should check out our friends over at Nine Realms Gaming, where they hand make all of their products from natural woods to create quality and affordable gaming accessories for all. You can use the code SWOLE10 to get 10% off of your purchase at ninerealmsgaming.com, where you can use a fun little thing like this, a little dice tower tray thing, and then you roll your dice in the top and it goes boop. And hopefully you roll higher than a 6, but that's what I rolled. I think Brent has something to say.
Yes.
I sure do. All right. We'd like to give a special thank you and shout out to our next sponsor of the evening, Griffin Co. Everything that you see that is 3D printed on our shows is from Griffin Co. If you would like to get in on this action as well, you can go to griffinco.com and use promo code SWOLE22 at checkout, and you will receive 22% off of your entire order. That is the most amazing discount ever. Thank you.
Absolutely.
You're welcome. Hey guys, and girls.
It's going well. It's going well. Keep going.
All of you. Okay, roll for initiative before jumping into the mosh pit with Dice and Devil Horns. Visit diceanddevilhorns.com for heavy metal tabletop gaming merch, mugs, and more. Use code SWOLE at checkout for 10% off your order, and be sure to follow them on Instagram for those sweet, sweet memes. I saw they just unveiled, or it's like a collection of t-shirts with different spells on them. They are super cool. The fireball one's super sick. I really like it. Anyway, that's dice, the letter N, devilhorns.com. Hit a rock before you roll.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, other things. I'll be quick as possible because I know we're running late. So subscriptions, thank you all for all of your continued support. We super appreciate it. If you choose to subscribe to the channel, then it goes all the way back into us as well, producing things like the upcoming shows like Spelljammer, which I'm super excited about. Also other things. You can Prime sub with your Prime subscription that you already have. So if you already have Amazon Prime, you can use that account to subscribe for free and make Bezos pay for it, because he should pay for more things. Other things, gifted subs as well. Thank you so much for all of the gifts that I've already seen in the chat. You are crazy. Thank you so much. What else? We do have a giveaway running tonight. The first one is for one of these. It is a tray of holding from Norse Foundry. So not only does it have a really cool picture on the front, it's all holographic, but it opens. But wait, there's more. And
that is so cool.
Yes. You get a little gauntlet. No, it's a little rolling tray with dice space around the outside as well, and then it all closes up. And it's really good for rolling metal dice, like Norse Foundry metal dice. Because
Boulders.
it's super, super cushioned on everything, so it doesn't like dent a bunch of things when you roll super heavy dice in there. So that is what will be up for grabs when we hit 35.
Does that middle section, like if you wanted to take your mini with you to another friend's house to play D&D on D&D night, can you fit your mini in there and will it be protected?
Your mini probably fits in this gap.
That's
Pretty
awesome.
big.
That would be amazing. I got to get me one of those.
In this section, is that what you mean?
No. In the center.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was deep enough.
I think so.
Your mini will fit.
Oh, that is.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, that's so cool. I got to get me one.
There you go. Yeah. So yes, that will be unlocked as soon as we hit 35 subs tonight. When we do, I'll let you know. We'll let you know when the giveaway is running. We'll let you know how to enter. We will draw it in the same night. You do have to be in it to win it. You have to be here to claim, or we move on.
And it's US only.
US only. Thank you so much. I don't like paying for international mailing. Sorry. Other things. We have a YouTube if you need to catch up with all of our prior episodes. All the episodes of Legends and Fables are up on there for your viewing pleasure.
Viewing too.
None of those words started with B. So we have that. And also subscribers, you guys can roll along with the cast with the command ! Roll in the chat. You can roll a d20, make up your modifiers. I don't care. It doesn't matter. It's just fun. Other things. Oh, flex points, of course. Duh. Flex points. Which Kaya should have one. Because I did promise that it would carry over because we're in the middle of combat. But once 10 of you all kind of group put together 1,000 points, channel points each, they're free. Against one of the players tonight, they will gain a giant flexing arm, which is totally based on my own arm. And that will signify that they have a flex point, which means that they get to narratively add some flavor and flex on their abilities at the DM's discretion. So they have to make it fucking cool or it don't count. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't remember anything else that I was meant to tell you. So I guess there's nothing else to do tonight but to roll the trailer for the next episode of the Fables of Gahlia. Welcome back. So, last time on Fables of Gahlia, you guys had reconvened after a night of nightmares, some of you feeling a lot more tired than others, sharing stories and theories about what you were going to face. Descending the stairs, you were met with Mordecai, who warned you that the original theory of the Green Hag may not be correct, as Magnus had also been plagued with nightmares. And so, after some awkward interactions, you guys left to go and pick up Lily's shoes, which you did without starting a fight, which was nice. After that, heading towards the Chubby Pigeon, towards the first gate, where Magnus's messenger said that you would meet him. Coming across the stables where you had left your horses and cart, you saw another brightly colored, almost Romany gypsy kind of style cart, and that struck some curiosity in you. And you followed the trail inside the Chubby Pigeon, where there was a very Romany gypsy-esque looking lady sat at a table with a tablecloth over it and a crystal ball. Rose, saying that, or kind of seemingly seeing someone who didn't serve Eastus yet worked in fate, challenged her, and a little bit of verbal back and forth before she started to transform, and the table became her lower form, and she became Endelyn Moongrave of the Hourglass Coven. Yes, I made all those words happen. As the battle continued, she actually shifted off of this plane, and in place appeared 3 large wolven beings with their skulls showing and flesh dripping off of their hands and feet, with red beaming eyes, but this overwhelming sadness coming from them. Doing battle, one was felled, and as we came to a close, a great sword came through the window, landing in one of them, as kicking down the door came Magnus, still injured and not at 100%, but ready to fight. At that point, everyone hears the voice of the hag taunting him about facing those that he sacrificed to get to her. And at that point, his shoulders slump and his grip loosens, and he utters the word, "No. Brothers." And that's where we are picking up at the top of the round. If we want to go to the map.
Oh no.
Revisiting. Excellent. Great. So we are at the top of the round with Rose. Rose, actually, let me add. Guy, can I bump you out the way?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
There we go. Oh, Yeah, there you go. You can see Magnus. Sweet. So he is in the building. Yeah, Rose, what would you like to do?
Being that I'm not exactly sure what is happening at the moment, I'm not exactly sure of these creatures. I am going to grab my holy symbol for Eastus, and you're going to start hearing me chant in Celestial, like kind of to myself, but it is like you can hear. She just quietly starts whispering to herself over and over and over again. And then as she does, she uses her channel divinity to turn the undead.
Turn undead. All right.
So any one of them within 30 feet, which should get the 3 of them if it counts, if they are. So that would be a wisdom save.
Yeah, that's 20, so that should be 20. Yeah, 30 would. Yeah, 30 would hit the both of them. Great. So as you start clenching your holy symbol and closing your eyes, shut tight, wincing almost, and calling on the power of Eastus to turn away these undead beings, the power leaves you poof, like a shockwave. And the spirits wince their wolven forms and look at you, sorrowful still, but ready to fight.
All right. Then for my bonus action, I'll move my spiritual weapon and attack the one that keeps biting me that's in front of me there, closest to the spiritual weapon.
Cool. Can you move and attack? I know you get to cast it and attack. Can you move and attack in the same? I just want to check. I think you can.
And I can attack this.
Yeah, sweet. That's what I thought.
So
Go ahead.
So that will be. Oh no. 15 to hit. It's really low for me.
A 15 hits.
Oh, sweet. Then it's gonna be 11 of some kind of damage. Force damage.
11 damage. Awesome.
And I will stay put.
Grand. Awesome. Next comes Endelyn's turn. As revealed, she is still in the area. As Endelyn's turn comes, you hear once again the cackling. Seemingly coming from all different corners of the room. And with that, 2 skeletal arms reach out of the wall behind Rhapsody. They are ethereal but giant and wrap themselves around him and pull him into the wall, and he disappears into the wall as if it was like breaking the surface of water.
Cool.
And as you're taking that in, you look across and 2 other arms reach up from the floor around Lily and pull her straight down.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
That ends her turn. Haya, you are up.
All right. That really pisses me off. So I would like to use my flex point and run around to the right behind the one that's near on the opposite side of it from the spiritual weapon.
Okay.
I want it to be where I'm in line with it and the one against the wall, so that if I using my flex point, I want to use my Breath of the Dragon in the line, so that it weaves straight through all of my allies and hits both of them.
Ooh, okay. So what are you using the flex point for? Just so we can
To make sure, because technically it would
but just
probably
the
aim so that it weaves in and out. I think technically one of my allies would be in the 5 foot wide path.
Oh,
So I want
yeah.
I want it to miss them and hit the one against the wall as well.
Okay. All right. What's your movement?
My movement is 40. Around to the right from the bottom of the screen.
Give me an athletics check. Not athletics or acrobatics, actually. Just because there's a chair, there's multiple people, there's just give me something.
21.
21, you got it. Your damn tail and
And
your cloak, yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine. I propped you up on the wall. Yeah, so with a 21, you run up and kick off of the chair as it's falling back, and you push yourself forward, and that enables you to be able to get in between, gaining you an extra half a second, and that's all you need in order to slide around the side of the wolf and then unleashing your breath weapon. How does it look when you do it?
This one is going to just be you'll see a crackling, not a crackling, but you'll see a rippling in the air, almost as if there's electricity, and it just shoots in a line straight from me. He just takes an inhale and just pushes out, and you see that line in the air go from through his back, out his front, and all the way to the one against the wall on the other side, and it just sort of weaves in and out of my allies.
Okay, so as you slide around, already kind of inhaling, ready to let it rip, you just trust that this has to work. And as you unleash it, you watch as the beam starts kind of crackling and heading out, and it's almost like in slow motion. And as you see this, you watch as Rose's eyes connect with the beam and watch it going past. And she motions very slowly, and the spiritual hand of fate grabs the beam and bends it. And that enables it to skirt around Lost and poof, hits both of them. Roll some damage for me.
Right. 12 points of damage. 12 points.
Is there a save for it?
Oh yeah, there's a DC 15 dex save.
Dex save. Ooh, that's not gonna be. Nope. That's a nope for the one in front of you and a nope for the other one. So 12 each.
Nice. And that'll be my turn.
That's all.
That's all I
done.
need.
Great. Oh no, he is out. Okay. So it is that wolf's turn. So sorry, catching up. All right. So that wolf is going to, feeling the searing pain from behind him, turn around, and even though he is like on all fours lurching over you, this is a big boy. And he looks over at you, and his teeth are snarling through the skull, and you can see it's almost salivating still, but you don't know where from, as this thick globules like stare you in the face. But then you look up towards those eyes and you see this sickening sadness. And then it unleashes a claw and a bite attack against you. So that is... Oh man, I am not rolling great. That's good for you.
Definitely good.
Yeah, that's only that's a 12. And even worse. Yeah, neither of those hit. So with all of this motion going around and your cloak kicking up and everything, and your kilt as well, it turns to swipe at you, but you're still kind of sliding in motion, and it doesn't take that into consideration as right next to you, like it splinters the floorboards right next to you, and then lunges in with a bite and just misses you by inches. You are clean. You are clear of this one, which leads us to Adeline. I need to update all of these. Adeline with Lost on Deck.
Is this guy next to me just like killing out? He's just like a random person.
Oh yeah, he's yawning. He's like chilling. Like no, he's fucking terrified.
Great.
Like
I assume Adeline sees Roz in front of her be sucked into the ground, looks at this random guy next to her. They both probably scream, and she like lets out this like flurry of chaos, and she's gonna shoot a chaos bolt at that guy there, and maybe it will jump to another one. I hope, if I roll the same on the D8.
at the dude.
At no, at the wolf. No.
Go on.
At that wolf that was in front of Roz.
Yes.
I did not roll on them. So it is going to be wait, 5. It's 10, let me say it's either fire or lightning damage. Let's do fire.
Fire. Okay. Is it an attack roll? Is it a save?
Oh. Beans. I didn't even...
Yeah, give me a chance.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. I do have to make a ranged spell attack. Sorry, I just rolled right into it. I've never played Dungeons and Dragons before, you guys. But I did roll a 19 on that, so...
Okay, yeah, that hits.
Yeah, so that will be 10 fire damage.
All right. Sweet. Yes. You have anything else?
Ugh.
Does it bounce? Like, does it...
No, if I would have rolled the same on the d8s, it would have.
Got it. Okay.
Like,
I
conditional.
couldn't remember what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. So what does it look like? Let's flavor it. You've never used this before. Do it.
Yeah, I haven't. I think she just kind of like sees Rawls be sucked into the ground, looks over this guy, they have like, and just kind of like out of her, like, kind of like puts her hands out, and it's just like this burst of like, it looks like every type of magic kind of just like in a panic, and it's just the fire that like beats everything out that kind of like incendiaries it up. It's like a stress response almost.
Yeah. So in the panic, like, it just kind of appears from your hand, almost like Jubilee sparks, like going off. And then from out of that, like massive color and arcane energy, the fire emits from the center, striking him in the chest. Great.
Nice.
That's
it. I'm gonna chill behind the table with my new friend.
Got it. He's actually going to.
You're gonna hide behind him? Is that what you said?
No, just chilling. I mean,
But yeah.
do I get half cover? Like, is it
Oh, they want your cover.
So he's making his way towards that back door,
Making his way.
jumping over the bar. That's as far as he gets. Lost. You're up, buddy.
All right. With my bonus action, that echo is gone. I resummon in the same spot, so you don't have to move it because you forgot to take it last time. And then I am going. Lost is actually going to move up one spot just to protect Rose. There you go. And this creature is facing Kaya right now, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I want to rage, but I'm not a barbarian. But I imagine Lost is raging and enjoying himself right now. He does not see the eyes, and he's out to kill these monstrosities. He's kind of like in a what do you call it? I guess.
Like an adrenal hit kind of thing.
Yeah. He's like on a high right now. All right, so I'm gonna take an attack with the echo, and that's a 24.
Yeah, that hits.
dang.
And that's 11 points of damage.
Boom.
And then Lastaroth is with his conductor hands is going to swipe and do another attack, and that's a crit. Oh my god.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
Hold
That-
on. You need. Wait. Are you critting with the echo?
The echo.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. No worries. Just making sure.
20 points of damage.
Whoa. All right.
But I think I don't know, because earlier I heard last week you said that the damage might not possibly be felt.
The expected damage from the silvered weapon.
Got it. I'm not using
quite
silver.
as high.
Yeah.
So you're using your chains though, right?
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
how you get in the range. Yeah, sweet.
Yeah.
Awesome. How you want to do this one?
Oh. Okay.
It's a crit. You got to flavor it, man.
Yeah. So
Don't let me write the lines on this one.
the creature takes those swipes at Kaya, right? And while it's facing Kaya, the echo, the shadow leaves my body after I move up next to Rose, sinks into the ground, appears right in front of the wolf, swings, slashes it one time in the back, and before it gets a chance to turn around, the shadow actually garrots it with the spiked chain, and you basically see the shadow with pretty incredible strength kind of pull and lean over and kind of lift the wolf slightly off the ground, and then with one hard yank, hear the wolf's neck snap.
Awesome. So yeah, like almost like appearing and disappearing from all these different angles. You're watching the echo just poof, 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 just reappear, slashing and wielding these chains around before Kaya. You look up and you see the saddened eyes within this wolven skull as the echo appears almost like on its back and kicks the chain, and it wraps around the neck of the beast, grabbing it with the opposite arm and wrenching it in both different directions. You watch as his arm comes out towards you, Kaya, not attacking but pleading, as and the neck snaps and the eyes go dull.
Oh.
Is that your turn?
Yes, and then Lost spins around and then looks at the other wolf, and just smiles. Points at it.
You got it.
That's it.
All right. It is the other wolf's turn. So he was going to do a thing, but it makes more sense for him to fall onto all fours and start pounding towards Adeline before lunging out, claws out, mouth open. But in that leap, you connect with the eyes and you see the sadness in them. And you freeze for a second as he lands his blows with, oh, you lucky. It keeps like rolling really high and then rolling one extra one. So the claws miss. The bite connects, I imagine, with a 19 on the die.
Yeah.
+4.
What's the one that you thought missed the first time?
Oh, I rolled a 5, so that'd be a 9.
Okay, I close, but no.
Yeah. So the bite is you get, I rolled a 1. So you get 3 points of piercing damage, but also 4 points of necrotic. As the teeth sink into your shoulder, and then it's almost like the sadness from its eyes just drain through the teeth and inject into your bloodstream, taking on that just sorrow. That will be his turn, and the lady is going to make a beeline for the door, but is not going to make it out because Magnus is frozen in horror and is not moving. As she like clambers at him and pleads, like, please, Magnus, please! And he just looks straight through her, shoulders slumped. Just, in fact, Rose, give me an insight check.
24.
24. He is
No, yeah, 24. Nah.
He is guilt-ridden. Absolutely guilt-ridden. And your mind goes back to that talk that he had with you guys at the table when you first met him properly. He can't let go of this. And with that, top of the round, Rose, you're up.
After seeing that, would I be able to take off running over that table and touch the wolf?
You want to see if you can reach the wolf?
Yes, I want to touch it.
You can just make it.
And I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna just take off full speed, run, jump over the table, and like reach out to touch the wolf.
Reach out and touch wolf.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you do with that?
When I do that, I'm gonna cast remove curse.
Ooh.
That's next level strategy thinking right there.
Okay. Okay. Read me the rulings of remove curse. Is it just super short, just like removes all curses?
Yeah. At your touch, all curses affecting one creature or object end. If the object is cursed magic item, then its curse remains, but the spell breaks its owner's attunement to the object so that it can be removed or discarded.
Cool. Okay. So, how does your remove curse look as you reach out and go to touch this wolf with its black, shaggy fur that's almost molting off of the skeleton?
I imagine she looks at Magnus, and after seeing the eyes of these creatures and then them not turning when she turned undead, realizing that these creatures are not undead but cursed, and realizing she can't do anything about the one that's already fallen, she just takes off as fast as she can, just running, jumps up on the seat of the table onto the top of the table, and then kind of leaps. And as she leaps, her hand just shimmers with golden, ethereal, celestial power, and she like grasps its fur all the way down as far as she can, and I believe utters. It is vocal as well, so you can hear her speaking. I would assume she chants again in celestial of some kind.
Yeah. Doing all of that, reaching out, you go to put your hand and grip onto the fur, but as you do, your hand goes through the fur and actually grabs onto a rib from the back. Uttering the prayer, the prayer chant to Eastus in order to remove the curse from this being, it starts to turn around to seemingly attack you. You watch as the fur starts to molt off and the bones start to crack and shrink, and it places a hand on either of your shoulders and opens its mouth wide as the snout just crushes back to a human form. You're now looking at these red eyes within a human skull, and it pulls you towards it, opening its mouth and whispers in your ear, and then crumbles to bones.
I didn't hear what you said.
Thank you.
I still can't hear you.
Thank you!
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, your microphone was just muting you. I don't know why. Maybe because it was whispery. Okay, thank you. Gotcha.
Nice.
Okay. I will turn and very emotionally scream out, "Where's my sister?"
To which no response comes. But if that's the end of your turn,
I technically still have a bonus action.
Okay.
So I would no, I'm good.
you good? Okay. As you let out that scream for your sister, black smoke starts to pour out from underneath some of the floorboards once more, as it starts wrapping around into a large form, almost like a small tornado, but upside down. Sort of the peak is at the top. As that tornado leaves and forms into itself, closing, it leaves the form of Endelyn underneath. Where she looks around at the bodies that have fallen and says, "Well, that wasn't quite as fun as I had hoped it to be. Why don't we try again?" And as the two arms on one of her side focus on one of the wolven bodies, the two on the other side focus on the other one, and you watch as the bones start to, same as when the curse was removed, start to crack and snap and form back into humanoid shapes. They start getting back up with that same sorrowful look in their eyes.
Is it the same eyes as before, or are these new?
So as they rise, but their shoulders slumped, and they don't look like they've got much in it, but they're being forced. So, as that happens, wrong one, sorry. Endolin is going to let out her puppeteer's lash towards Lost.
Yes.
And so these from all of her hands, all of these threads just start like appearing and almost like casting a fishing rod, just start heading towards you like spider's web. That's what I was going for. That is an 18 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Okay. There's 21 points of psychic damage as all of these strings just enter into your head, and she throws you to the side. As you pass through your echo and skid to the side, just feeling like this wall just hit you from the side and sent you across the floor. That is going to end her turn. Kaya, you are up.
All right. Let's do this again. I will jump up and basically do it looks like my hands are crackling with lightning, and I'm going to do basically a 1-2 punch, like hammer fist down on the top of the one that just reappeared in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
With the draconic strike to do lightning damage. And that's 26 to hit on the first one.
Yes, that hits the skeleton.
And a 23 to hit on the second one.
You got it.
And that is, oh, I need to do roll damage. 9 points on the first hit and 11 points on the second hit.
Yep.
Is it still up?
It is.
All right. And then I'm going to do bonus action. Yeah, I'm going to save my key and just do a bonus action Unarmed strike. That one is only a 17 to hit.
A 17 does still hit.
Okay. And that's 6 points of lightning damage, so 26 total points of lightning damage.
Nice. So leaping up and coming down with these lightning fists on top of it, and then finishing off, elbowing to the side. You watch as a couple of ribs kind of break into itself, and not reaching for you, it reaches for the broken ribs, trying to put them back in, and just looking up at you with these sorrowful eyes.
I'm going to look
Watch
at
it try and fail to stick the rib back together.
and I'm just going to whisper, I'm so sorry.
All right. Is that your turn?
That's so. Yeah, that's
Action, bonus action.
That's it.
All right. It is that one. Oh, I put him in the wrong place. I'm sorry.
No.
He was over
Okay.
there.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. The other one had, yeah. The other one different. Great. That is. It's the one next to you, Kaya. He is going to. He is going to, as he pitifully tries to put the rib back in place, he looks up at you with what would be sort of puppy dog eyes had this not been just a skull with these beaming red eyes behind it. He offers you the rib in his hands, and then as you look at him, tears start to fall down the dry skull as you watch his jaw start to tremble. And I need you to make a wisdom save.
Kaya has disadvantage on empathy saves.
On what?
Lost the rock would have advantage.
21.
21. That does succeed. So you will take half damage.
Yes, Ashley. You're still exhausted. Yeah.
Fuck. I forgot about.
Is it just you?
No,
Is it-
I'm still exhausted too.
Did you do a disadvantage on your save?
It's only for ability checks.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here you go, Ashley.
I didn't want to be like technically, but technically.
So that is 21 halved to 10 points of psychic damage.
Half to
As-
5.
Oh, because you're resistant. Nice. As he just tries to pull you into an embrace, and the bone hands just kind of gently graze against you as he's looking up at you, just sobbing, but soundless. Great. It is Magnus's turn. Magnus looks up at the chaos that's ensuing, and facing down the hag, racked with guilt. He knows that you need help. And so his trembling hand reaches out in the direction of his great sword, which is over where Lost is right now on the floor. And he reaches out towards it, and you can watch as the great sword starts to like vibrate on the ground, and his hand drops, and the sword stays in place. That is his turn. Adeline, you are up.
All right. Adeline has been looking over everything that's going on, kind of like watching it in a bit of horror, and I think realizes and shouts, "It's her! We have to take her out!" And as my action, I'm gonna cast. I need you to make an intelligence saving throw.
For Andolin,
Yes, please.
let me find that. Okay. Motherfucker. That's an 8.
Oh, that doesn't beat it. So, Tasha's Mind Whip, you're going to take 3d6, and moreover, you only get a move action or bonus action on your next turn.
Moreover.
Perfect.
Moreover, it's only 6 damage, but all of that happens. And with my bonus action, I'm going to use my telepathic speech, and Magnus is going to hear in his head, "Snap out of this! We need you!"
Make a persuasion check. With disadvantage.
Because I'm exhausted. Okay, the lowest roll, it was a 19 and a 14, but I'm pretty sure I'm really good at this. Oh, plus 7.
21.
21.
Okay, good to know.
And that is... You know what? Actually, I'm going to back up a little bit so that... I'm sorry, Rose, but you have
Right.
so that you're between me and her.
That's a good idea.
Like there?
Like, yeah, just
Further?
behind Rose. And she'll just kind of like get behind her shoulder a little bit and be like, "Gary, right?"
Yeah, sweet.
I hate this.
Awesome. Losteroth.
Lost it. Yeah, so I just got mind whipped and flung back next to this skeleton, and then I just kind of shake my head, look up, I crack my neck, and then I look over at Adeline and go, "I hear you," and I jump, but as a part of my jump, I missy step, my bonus action, above Endolin, and I come down with both ends of my spike chain on top of her with an attack.
Ooh. Okay. Is this just for flavor, or do you
It's
want
just
to
for
drop
flavor.
on top of it? Okay, okay.
Yeah, I missy step so I don't get swung at by the skeleton.
Gotcha.
It's all about the flavor, man.
Sweet. Yeah, roll some attacks.
That is a 22 to hit,
I imagine that hits.
I think.
Yes, it does.
10 damage.
Okay.
And then after I come down with those spike chain ends, I spin around and I kick one of the ends deeper into her. 20 to hit.
Still hits. Yep.
Good. That's 9 damage.
Nice.
And let's see. And then I will move my echo right up against her.
Is that a free action?
Yeah, moving the echo is a free action. I have no more actions left, but I have Unleash Incarnation with the echo. I use the second one of that to make one more attack with the echo.
So for that to happen, I will give you your reach in order for him to fit next to you.
Okay.
All right.
Cool. There you go.
Else you wouldn't both fit.
17 to hit.
That just hits.
That just okay. 10 damage.
Sweet. Awesome. So in black smoke, almost like Nightcrawler, Misty stepping across the map, coming down, swinging both chains, both ends of the chain over your elbows as they like crash into her form. She reels back in pain as again the echo appears, kicking the chain off of the ground, just cracking into her the where her chest would be. It's hard to describe. I need you to go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, yes. Wisdom is my word. Let's see.
Oh no, sorry, charisma.
Charisma. Okay.
Wrong ability.
Oh. 16.
16 just saves.
Just say,
Yeah, he just met the DC.
just saved. Okay.
That glowing area, like upon the tabletop,
Uh,
starts to draw you in, but you still yourself, reminding yourself where you are, and shake off the effect.
the tabletop was drawing me in.
The glow, the soft glow where the crystal ball was in her human form.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Great. It is other dude's turn. Other skeleton. He is going to turn towards Magnus, and tears streaming down the bone face, starts reaching out towards him to embrace. And Magnus has to make a wisdom saving throw, which he fails with a 6 on the die. But low damage rolls. 1, 1, 2, 3. So 7 points. Oh man, that I rolled 21 on the last time I did that. 7 points of psychic damage to Magnus as you watch the skeleton just embrace him, not hurting him, just pulling him close, weeping over his shoulder, and you watch as Magnus drops to his knees and just starts crying uncontrollably. Top of the round, Rose, you're up.
I am going to I'm gonna do a guiding bolt at the second level at the hag. I have my shield up in front of me and in front of Adeline. I'm still looking for my sister, but she's obviously not here. But if this hag has her, I've got to get through her to find her. So I will unleash the most powerful thing that I have. And
As you look towards her, make a charisma saving throw.
towards the hag. Oh.
You're aiming towards her, correct?
Yeah, I have to see her to hit charisma save.
Yes, please.
I will guide myself.
I don't think that's how that works.
Okay.
That would be an action.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. What's in charisma? Save.
Charisma.
It's a 24.
24. Wow.
It was a 19 on the die, and I've got a +5.
Okay. Yeah, so again, pushing through that glow that starts pulling you in, you know that what needs to be done. You still yourself. Roll your attack.
Okay. Okay, guiding bolt at second level. 21 to hit.
21 hits.
All right. It's 20 radiant.
Whoa!
Ooh.
5d6.
That was a good roll. Yeah. How does that look as you push through the charming effect and throw out your guiding bolt? It's too
I would
cool to
almost
play
feel like I would raise the shield to where I don't have to like I almost go away from her gaze, and I put a target, I see her. And as I do, I bring my other hand up, and from my palm, this bolt of like crazy powerful magic just leaves my hand, and radiant damage.
Yeah. So golden crackling energy splintering across the tavern floor, striking her. She did not like that.
Good. I also have a bonus action that I can do. That's not a spell. There's something that I have that is called. Oh shit.
It's called shit
Yeah, shit. I can,
from your country
as a
background.
bonus action, I can harness divine power. So I will actually, what it does is basically gives me back my 2nd level spell slot that I just used.
Okay. All
And
right.
I'll stay shield up in front of myself and Adeline.
Sweet. So bolstering back your shield, covering the two of you, still looking around for wherever your sister could be. It is Endelin's turn.
And she's mind whipped.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
right.
true.
Oh, anybody who hits her next has advantage because of guiding bolt. Kaya.
Let me see.
I'm not in position.
Gonna need to.
Okay. Okay, so what she's going to do is look up towards Lost as you just like rain down from above on her. And as this shadowy veil, as she breathes in and it presses between her teeth and into her empty eye sockets, she starts playing around with the tabletop in front of her, and it starts glowing, and you see different figures starting to appear. And I need you to make a wisdom save.
Oh no, wisdom.
Not charisma?
14.
A 14 fails.
Fails.
As you start to hear in your mind the sound of a what are they called, like one of the clockwork toys that produce like the wind-up toys that produce that like the ballet dances and things, that jingling kind of half out of tune discordant sound as a picture of a mouse appears in the tabletop, glowing, and it turns to you and waves, and you start shrinking down, down, down. You are now a mouse.
Oh, I'm a mouse.
What?
But I'm still, I still am, am I still conscious?
You are,
Oh, I'm polymorphed, right?
Polymorphed?
in essence.
You've never
Does my
been
echo still stay there?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
You are a mouse. You cannot
Got it.
concentrate on spells.
Got it. Oh, okay.
So yeah, it only gets one action or bonus action. So that is going to be it. And she's actually going to stay right there, cackling. Looking across at everyone that she's affecting right now. Kaya, you are next up. And I will try and find something to signify a mouse. Here we go. A tiny Norse Boundary D4.
Oh, mini dice. They're so cute.
There you go.
Okay, that changes things.
Where's Mark?
Where's that?
What happened?
Uh-oh. Oh.
Disappear.
You're...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Should be coming back. There we go. Hey, sorry about that.
Wait, you're gone too.
Yes, I am fixing.
Cool.
What if we all got turned into mice and we just go and live happy mice lives? Leave behind this dangerous life of adventuring.
Okay.
Still alive.
I need to find. Hey, I'm back.
Yay.
While I adjust all of my settings. Whoop. That'll do.
Right.
Oh. Sorry about that.
All right. I'm going to.
What are you, though?
I'm going to first. I see that she's glowing.
The glow is coming from that tabletop.
No, it's
Well,
coming
from her
from me.
guiding bolt.
Oh,
guiding
yes,
bolt?
I'm sorry. The advantage. I'm sorry. Good kill me. Kill me.
I'm going to. I'm not going to disengage. I'm just going to run. Hold on, let me check something. That. That's a bonus action. All right, so I'm going to just run past the skeleton and go at her and come in for an unarmed strike.
Against Endolin?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Yeah, the skeleton's gonna make a swipe at you as you go past. I can't use that, so it's gonna use. That is a dirty 20 to hit,
That hits.
but that is just 6 points of slashing damage as he like rakes at you with his nails, and then 4 points of necrotic damage as that sadness seeps into you through those open wounds that he leaves on your back as you run.
All right.
Don't step on me.
Should
And,
make you
and I'm
make
going
a-
to
make an
accidentally
acrobatics
step
check.
on the mouse.
Oh no, I look up and I see a whole lot of stuff I don't want to see.
Oh,
Ah.
everything. I knew kilts were a bad choice.
I'm like,
Unarmed
what the hell is
strike.
this mouse? And I kick it across the room. So I am going to attack her.
Okay.
Is it just the first attack that has advantage?
Yes.
Okay.
It's the next time she's hit, I believe.
So that's a 22.
Yeah, that hits.
And I'm going to hit her second time. That's 17.
Just hits.
And then stunning strike.
Ooh. Okay.
$18 on the third hit.
Yep, that
Oh,
hits. I need
Yeah, it was
damage
8. It was,
rolls.
excuse me, it was 18 on the die, so 26. But and that'll be so 21 total, and I'm gonna make it lightning damage again.
Okay.
Plus the stunning strike.
All right, which is a con save.
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm looking it up. I haven't used it. This is my first try. Yeah, con save. 15.
23.
Yeah, that makes it.
I rolled a 15, so.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't. That's huge. All right, so that'll be my turn.
So running across the floor, landing blows. You guys watching as this like electrical energy is coming off of these strikes. You go to try and find one of the areas, these pressure points that you've been trained to hit, and this form is not like something you fought before. And you strike, but it does not have that same effect. Cool. Is that it?
That's all.
Alrighty. Skeleton over by the hand is going to you can just about make it. Sort of like very low in its demeanor, kind of drags itself across the floor, and you feel a tapping on your shoulder as you turn around and you see the mouth agape with tears kind of cascading down, dripping off of its teeth between the jaws and out the bottom of the skull as he's tapping on your shoulder with the broken rib as he goes in for another embrace. I need you to make a wisdom save, please and thank you.
That is 11, 7, 18.
18. That will, yes, save. So you take half damage of a middly roll. 19 reduced to, what would that be, 9?
Mm-hmm. Then reduced to 4.
Yes, because it's psychic. As he's just sort of trying desperately to like hold on to you, but your sort of monkish way is kind of shrugging it off in place as you're landing these strikes. That goes to Magnus's turn. Magnus, We will roll with advantage. You watch as his eyes look up, and Adeline, as you're looking over your shoulder towards him, your eyes meet as he's being embraced and tears streaking down his face. He looks up and meets with you, and you watch his hand go out to the side, and the sword clatters more and more as he pushes the skeleton away and says, "I'm so sorry, brother." And the sword comes flying off of the ground, slams straight through the skeleton into his hand. The skeleton just shatters into 4 or 5 different pieces, clattering into the ground as he now bolsters himself, holding his great sword, and just stares down Endelin. "You are mine." And that is his turn. He used the end of his turn to save. Big boys in town. Adeline, you are up.
All right. I do believe, correct me if I'm remembering incorrectly, but I cast Mel's Minute Meteors, and I believe I cast 4 of the 6 of them.
Yes.
Okay, great. So I still have 2 little, like, black stars going around me.
Correct.
Seeing that Magnus is now, like, with it and on the move, she's gonna kind of, like, shoot these off celebratory towards the hag. So that is... that is a... this is my bonus action. Oh my god, come on. Dexterity saving throw.
Dex save. Oh, that's not great. Nope, that'll be a 10.
That fails! You're going to take 16 damage.
Damn.
From 46, because they're 2d6. That was my bonus action. With my action, I'm gonna shoot off another chaos bolt. I think both of these kind of like erupt at the same time. Like she's like, yeah, we're doing this. And now the chaos bolt is like an excited kind of like, I think it just comes from like strong like emotions, which I think do feel very chaotic for Adeline.
Yep.
Yeah. So this is a spell attack. That probably failed. I cast a 3 plus 3. So a 6 is probably gonna hit her.
A 6?
Yeah.
Total.
Yeah.
No, that one misses.
Oh, okay. Then that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Got it. Yeah, so just like streaking off, but the fact that this is just so wrapped up in your emotions, there's no aim to it. It's just boom, everything shoots off at once, and the chaos bolt does kind of arc off to the side and doesn't connect. But she is looking in a considerable amount of pain right now, as she's kind of more hunched, more closed off in her posture towards that glowing center. But I will need you to make a charisma save.
That's your best save.
It is, but one of the worst rolls.
1.
10?
I rolled
10.
a 3.
10 fails.
Don't turn into a cat.
There's already a cat in the room.
And so, as you just like unleash and then look upon what you've done, your eyes are drawn towards that glowing center, that tabletop, and you hear the chimes in your head. And then you see the figures arranging themselves as 2 of her arms start to play like puppets upon a stage on her tabletop. As you watch a little puppet boy, wooden marionette that looks a lot like Lucian. And then from the side comes a skeleton who then reaches over and grabs the top half of Lucian's head and tears it clean off, and you are incapacitated.
That sounds about right. Okay.
Wow, that's much worse than getting turned into a mouse.
I would have been such a cute little mouse. I'd still have my bow on and my glasses.
Yeah, well, you didn't. So,
Instead, I get trauma. Cool. Thanks, Jay.
lost. What would the mouse like to do?
God, if I could speak, I would have like a Mickey Mouse voice and be like, I want to.
Oh, gee, I wish I had my echo.
Yeah. I want to see things from her eyes. So I'm gonna crawl for her eye socket. I'm gonna try to crawl up her body and try to like climb. I want to run up and crawl up her and like climb into an eye socket.
Okay.
Ew. I love it, but ew.
Okay.
And then every time she looks at, if somebody stares at her, they'll see me lost her in their eyes. Yeah. That's...
Okay, so
I have the worst climbing probably.
What climbing speed does a mouse have?
No.
I gave you all that time to look up your mousey stats.
I know, you had a whole round.
I didn't know what I was gonna do. I was like, wait. I didn't even know I had actions.
Do what a mouse do.
Or a rat.
Take time,
I
because
guess
it's
you can use a
critical
rat,
moments.
I guess.
I'm a rat, yeah.
That's close. Speed is 20 feet.
20 feet. I can.
So I will say that you can get, it's 10 feet to her, to like the bony spindles.
Okay.
And then you can start, you'll be cresting up to the tabletop
Okay.
portion of her in this turn.
Okay.
So, yeah, roll me an acrobatics check.
Okay.
Or, yeah, acrobatics.
Yeah, 16.
16? Yeah, you're able to. You kind of use those bony joints in the spindly legs to grip your claws into, and you're able to just scamper up towards as you start cresting over, and you see this glow start to come over the top.
Yes. She failed to realize that Lost loves this.
Does Lost love this, or does Paul love this? Like,
I love this. This is better.
cool. Sweet. So are you like dashing for your action, I guess?
Oh yeah, I would dash.
Sweet. All right. As you make your way to the glowing tabletop, I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
I knew.
Okay.
Oh no.
Okay.
I mean, he has the intelligence of a mouse.
Oh, this is pretty good.
You're gonna get
It's,
double mouse.
It's a 15.
A 15? A 15 fails. And so, what you see upon this tabletop is this like wooden block of cheese, and it looks so nice. It's like Swiss cheese with those holes in and things, and it looks almost like cartoony, like there should be like smell lines coming off of it and drifting towards your nose. And you're like, oh, this looks so good. And then a skeletal hand comes down and splinters it everywhere, and all hope in this moment has left your body, and you are incapacitated for 1 round.
Okay, where am I at?
You're on the tabletop.
I'm on the tabletop. Oh, okay.
That'll be your turn.
Oh, do I get to make any saves at the end of my turn for anything? For
No, you're incapacitated until your next
got it.
turn.
Got it. Okay.
Until the end of your next turn, sorry.
Got it.
It is. Nope, he did. All right. Rose, top of the round.
All right. I am going to I'm going to guiding bolt her again at the second level.
Okay.
Do I need to make a charisma save first?
Yes. Although now that you've seen and felt that pull, you can trust in Eastus and roll at disadvantage if you'd rather not make the save. So you're almost like you're blind aiming to not look upon it.
Okay.
That's your choice. You can make the save or you can roll disadvantage.
I'll roll with disadvantage.
You got it.
I've figured out her armor class, and I mean, I'm not trying to meta. I've hit her before. I've hit her before. I'll say that. Okay. First roll, 17 on the die. Second roll, 14 on the die. Plus 8, so 24. Or
that
20,
hits.
20 math.
22.
Yeah. Okay, so I do get to hit her. Oh, I didn't get my D6s ready. Sorry. Weapon. 19 radiant this time.
19. Damn. All right.
And for my bonus action, does it matter that there's people all around her? Can I use my spiritual weapon still to move it and attack? Like, as far as like,
yeah, you can move it. You haven't cast a concentration spell, so you can move it.
Yeah, I want to move it up to her and take a.
Well, 30 feet, right?
Oh no, it's only 20. So never mind. It won't make it.
It will not, but it.
So I'll move it 20 feet to get closer.
It'll get to the skeleton if you want to.
Oh yeah, let's hit that guy. That's gonna be 26 to hit.
Yeah.
Just barely.
Right. And it's gonna be
Oh, let me check.
9 force damage.
9. Ooh. Yes. So the hand of fate reaching out, grasping it, and grips in and breaks several more of the ribs as he's still like just not even clawing, just very whimperingly pouring at Kaya in floods of tears. Great, good round. It is Endelin's turn.
The next person has advantage again.
Remember that, because I won't. Just being honest. She is going to. Yep. She is going to.
So I get
disappear in smoke and again erupting from the floorboards into her form, appearing away from you. She's going to yeah, we'll say lost. You went along for the ride.
Yeah.
I guess you count as equipment that she has, so yeah. But you
I'm
wouldn't know
option.
because you're incapacitated. You're just in
Yep.
in a state of shock. Looking over at Magnus, she's going to unleash those strings from her fingers, those puppeteer strings. And he needs... No, it is a small attack. Where'd all my d20s go? Here they are. Yes, so that hits him currently. So the strings unleash from her fingernails, racking into his brain, and she rakes her arms across the floor as he's dragged away. Into the room, and it takes, how many is it? Literally 4d6, all twos.
Yay.
So 11 points psychic damage. But you see, as he's pulled across, that ends her turn. He reaches up with his great sword and just severs those strings and says, "No, not now." That will be Endelin's turn. Kaya, you are up.
I am going to turn around and make sure that I'm in line with, so that the skeleton and she are in a straight line for me. And I'm going to unleash another breath weapon. Just going to take an inhale and then just like breathe out. And you just see that rippling straight through the skeleton into her.
Awesome. Dex save.
Dex save of 15.
All right, skeleton rolls a 17 on the die.
Oh my god.
Plus 2, 19. And then Endelin, more importantly, rolls a 7.
What is the mouse roll?
I automatically fail.
Oh no.
No, this is cool.
That's good. He'll be lost.
Yep.
Ah.
I
I
love
thought
it.
maybe mine would have done that, but I didn't say it. So
That'll be 14 points of psychic damage
14
on the
points.
2 that fail, and 7 on the ones that pass.
Yeah, so unleashing that blast, the skeleton pulls around to like try and put his face in yours as you open your mouth, and it looks towards you. It's shattered as the beam continues to arc. You can watch as the sort of waves ripple through the air, striking Endelin and the mouse, who suddenly erupts backwards into Lost's form.
Mhm.
Where'd I put you? Over here. No, you're incapacitated. You're
I'm
prone.
incapacitated, yeah.
Boom onto the ground. Endelin takes how much was it? 17? Is that what you said? 14.
14.
Thank you. As she starts to heaving with her breathing, she says, "No, time is mine." And it is that skeleton's dead.
Yeah, and that's gonna be the end of my turn.
It is Magnus's turn.
you would have advantage, right? Because that was not an attack. That was a
Yep.
Right.
That was
That was
save.
Correct. That was not a like a melee attack.
yeah.
which is why I
Um,
didn't bonus action attack her. Because
Smart.
my attacks aren't near as big as his.
You watch as, after cutting those threads away, he grips the sword, twisting it in his hands, and you can see like almost splitting the skin with rage. He drops it to his side, dragging it along the floor as he runs towards her and says, "I'll end this now!" And will make a natural 20.
Oh.
God, you rolled it on his turn.
Right?
A natural 20.
Nice.
So that is greatsword is 2d6. Hold on.
And
Palamath. Yeah, so 12. Plus another 8. And then he's gonna pump a divine smite into it as well.
yeah, he is.
Where my d8s at? I moved them. There they are. Which is gonna be 3. Oh crap, because that's critted as well. So that's 24. Which makes plus that is 67 points of damage.
Nice.
How do I want to do
How do
this?
you want to do that?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's fitting though.
It's poetic. that he
Absolutely
gets
for
it that way.
Magnus. Absolutely.
For sure.
Okay, so yeah, as he runs across, dragging the sword, you can watch as it carves a line through the floorboards. As he runs, getting faster and faster, you can see the rage is starting to build up as he's moving, and he draws the sword up, swings it around his head, and his eyes meet with that glowing orb, and he says, "Not today, witch," and drops the sword directly down on her. Just what would cut her just completely in twain with poof, and as the sword strikes, you see 3 more swords poof, 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 cut from different angles, like ethereal blades, as his divine smite drives down into this hag as she and explodes into black smoke, which disappears and seeps out of the corners of the building. We are out of combat, and that is where we're going to take our 10-minute break. Woohoo! That was a big one, guys.
That was awesome.
Was awesome.
How far are we away from the giveaway? I can't see. It's a
We're
little
not even
ways yet.
halfway there.
That's
Yeah.
all right. But we will be giving away a tray of holding from Norse Foundry, where you can roll dice and things, and the lid actually doubles as a rolling tray as well, but it stores dice around the outside, and it's all cushioned and very nice. And so bear that in mind. All of your subs go towards unlocking that giveaway. We will be right back. Stay tuned, guys. welcome back. Came back a little quicker. Diane, who is running the show off stream, is not feeling well, so we're going to try and end a little early tonight. But to close out, do we want to go back to the role play as well? To close out here, in the midst of watching the redemption of Magnus, pulling himself back with the help of all of you, able to strike down the hag Endelin within the walls of the Chubby Pigeon, as all of the chaos and the whispers of the black smoke disappearing through cracks in the walls and corners and shadows. What would you like to do?
Am I still, like, out of it?
Within this time, we'll say that you get snapped back. In fact, the effect would have ended with that anyway.
Lothroth looks like Edward Scissorhands. His hair's like all sticking up in the air. Like, pride.
What happened?
I don't think anybody will be doubting Magnus's capabilities now.
Magnus saved everyone.
He's gone.
She's gone.
Is there anything of her left, or was it just smoke that disappeared?
Yeah, it was smoke and shadow.
Okay.
What about Roz and Lily?
Yes, so as that all happens, they are nowhere to be seen right now.
Rose?
Yes.
Where are they, Rose?
I don't know. And the last place I saw her was in the middle of the room, so I
keep looking towards the map. We're not using the map. Stop
it. I don't have any spells.
Yeah, I would say that you're able to go towards the same floorboards that you saw she was pulled through.
Do I hear anything?
Give me give me a straight wisdom check.
Oh no. 8.
8. You don't see anything.
I would just call out.
Call out. What do you say?
Lily, where are you? I'll look out the window, look out the door.
Roz.
Rose, you hear almost like the volume is in reverse and it kind of echoes slightly like a reverb. You hear the voice of Lily calling through. Rose?
Shh. Do you hear that? Lily, where are you?
I don't know.
Can I decipher where I'm hearing it come from?
Make a perception check.
Can I help? Can I do one or help her?
That's a natural 20.
Oh, you are drawn
Or
down.
28.
You are automatically, like, that sisterly bond draws you straight towards those floorboards beneath you.
I would take the dagger at my leg and like try to pry it up, pry up the floorboard.
As you go to,
I have a crowbar. I'll use that.
here we go. It's full circle.
It's about this big.
So as you go to put the crowbar into, like, in between the floorboards to pry it open, it boom, sinks straight through.
I throw the crowbar aside and I put my hand through
And you feel a clasp on the other side.
and I pull her out.
And dragging her out with the floorboards like watery shimmering, but just pulling away from her face. I was going to say she gasps, but she doesn't need to breathe. You pull her through and she grabs onto the sides and pulls the rest of her body through the portal, if you want to give it a name.
Being that, I'm going to run over to the wall where I last saw Roz, and I'm going to try to do the same thing. I'm going to try to like feel up against the wall until I find some sort of give and try to reach in.
Yeah. You weren't right next to him. Give me.
I would have
Me-
told him. I saw it. Or so would Adeline. She would do the same.
Yeah. Can I
Okay.
help?
Give me an investigation check with advantage.
Goodness.
Although you're exhausted, so it's a disadvantage, so it's a straight roll.
Okay. Then it's 12.
That's enough. That's enough.
Okay.
So it takes a minute to get there, but feeling around with the aid of Adeline coming up and pressing against where she last saw Rhapsody, your hand suddenly against the solid walls slips through, and you feel the brotherly grasp of Rhapsody on the other side.
And I just pull with all I have and just pull him out. If he lands on top of me as I roll backwards, that's fine.
He is a lithe boy. You yank him straight through. As he comes through at some force, you guys kind of tumble over, but unharmed.
I just give him a huge hug. And brother, I'm so tired of this. We every time you just got to quit disappearing on me.
Well, at least you didn't let me die.
With as much fervor as Rose and Kaya rushing to the loved ones, Lost gets up, rushes over to the bar, jumps the counter, stares at the bartender and says, "We deserve some free drinks." And he just takes the end of his spike chain, just slams it right into one of the barrels, and it just kind of leans under it and just.
Hisrick is actually not in sight.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, you're able to do this with no resistance.
Yes.
Knowing that Lily's okay, I would get up and go to Magnus.
Walking towards Magnus, he is still in the same position that he struck Andolin down with. The sword wedged into the floorboards, having cut through. Some of them have sunk and just split from the sheer force. And he holds, gripping his knuckles white. As you watch, approaching him from behind, you see his large form just breathing heavily.
Magnus?
Approaching him from the side. You look up at him and you start to see the small spatters of tears that have been falling this whole time beneath him, as his eyes are just clenched shut. Almost a grimace across his face, processing the pain that he just went through again.
I say his name again so he knows that I'm there, and I'll reach out to him. Magnus? And I'll try to touch the side of his face.
And he flinches initially and then looks up at you with just red, raw eyes. It's almost like a gray-blue tint to his irises that you've never really noticed before, but against this raw emotion in his eyes, it stands out against the red. Is it over?
It's over.
And
I think she's gone.
he lets go of the sword, which stays wedged in the ground and just falls down onto his backside and just slumps into a state of shock and overwhelming emotions that are all rolling over him at once in this moment.
Are you hurt?
Physically, I'll be fine. I just need time.
Lost hears that. He kind of looks over his shoulder. He reaches down underneath the bar counter, grabs a glass, a pitcher or something. I start filling up a glass, and then I walk over to Magnus, and I kind of just kneel down, and like one of the rare instances, Lost looks a little bit sympathetic, just slightly, but slight bit, and I just I lean in to whisper, and I go, the greatest thing you can do for them is to remember them. And I give him a glass.
And he looks up at you from the ground, and you meet eyes with a man who is gone through and is currently facing so many mental demons right now. And for a brief second, you see your own face gazing back at you as you offer him the glass. He reaches up and takes it and nods to you. Two brothers lost, but never forgotten. And he raises it towards you.
I nod, and then awkwardly I stand up really quickly and I go, yeah, and some wenches and a good drink will do too. And I walk right back over to the counter to get some more drinks.
I'm gonna walk outside. I'm gonna find someone, maybe a young boy or someone to. I'm gonna send a message to the wall, to the gate, and tell him to. I'm gonna have him ask for Gerard to bring a contingent of guards to come to the Chubby Pigeon.
Got it. Easy enough to do. The outside is fairly busy with people. It's the middle of the day, so it's easy enough to find someone, send someone off to. They'll go to the first gate, which is close by, but that message will then get sent across like the military channels.
think this whole time Adeline is kind of awkwardly tidying, not really knowing what to do around so many big emotions, but she's like turning over upturned things and casting mending and prestidigitation on things, kind of like to get it looking right again, and just trying to like busy her hands because seems like there's a lot of processing going on. And yeah.
He takes his drink and puts a hand on the hilt of his sword, the pommel of the sword, and uses it to help himself to stand up again. A little slow still. He is not the man he was before the curse took him. And he stands and looks for a chair, hobbles towards it, and sits down. You have all won the favor of the wolf today. Should you need anything, you call upon me, and I will be there.
It was fate that brought us here.
Yes. And Fenris served the final justice.
I'm just glad we could help.
So it's over then. That was her.
That was the face that I saw. Although I do not think that she is gone forever.
Have you? She said she was with the Hourglass Coven. Have you heard of this?
No. I didn't really stop to ask many questions when I was called in. I'll admit, looking back on it, it was reckless of me.
There was no reason to believe it was anything special or out of the ordinary.
Yet arrogant all the same. I still have people to protect. And that is my main service. Not to kill, but protect. And I fear I lost my way amidst all of the monster and danger clearing. My focus fell away from that to my own pride.
I think you found your way back today.
I think I took the first step.
If this truly isn't the end, there are means and measures you might take to protect yourself against any Fey encroachment like this. I know that enchantments and magic are not looked upon very kindly here in some ways, but there are ways, trinkets. It might be helpful for your people.
Make a persuasion check. with
Can I-
advantage, exhausted, disadvantage, so straight roll.
Ha ha ha! Ha 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 ha! Dirty 20!
Dirty 20. All right. He looks at you and squints a little bit, twists the sword in his hand, and says, I will consult with my wife on the matter, and we shall pray on it.
Of course. If you need any recommendations, I know of a
Don't
great-
push your luck.
Great, absolutely. Sounds good. She goes back to tidying another table, knocks over worse.
But to Adeline's point, if your main goal is protection of these people, and you're letting the pride fall by the wayside, perhaps allowing all the things that can protect be a part of your community. I say this as a cleric myself with divine magic, but if it wasn't for these here, and I motion to everyone here in this party, and their connection to the arcane, I wouldn't be standing in front of you today.
Like I said, we will take this on board, but I do not pull your beliefs and practices into question, and so I would ask that you have the same for mine.
Of course. No disrespect.
None taken. Are you planning on staying? Are you traveling on? I know that the only reason that you came here was to help us, so.
I believe we do have some places to be and explore.
Like I said, send word, and I'll be there.
Thank you. And same goes for us. If ever you need the Army of Fate again, just send word.
'Tis a small army, but strong one nonetheless. And he uses his pommel to swing himself up using momentum off the chair. Pulls the sword, sheathes it, and says, I will leave you to prepare for your journey, but be safe. And above all else, protect those that you care for.
Always.
And he starts to exit the door as you start hearing voice of Gerard and like footsteps and things running up and sort of greeting him and checking on him and things. And you can see through the window and through the sort of cracked open door that they're all sort of checking on him, but kind of trying to be respectful, but like we want to like care for you and pull you on. And he looks across to Rose through the door, and he puts an arm around Gerard and says, thank you, brother. And Gerard awkwardly kind of clasps him back and helps him hobble off towards the opposite direction, like away from the first gate.
and then lost with his alcohol in hand. I follow them outside, and I'm gonna see if there are any bystanders, onlookers, watchers, people of town, because this happened publicly. So where this can spread, I reach into my pouch. I've got like 30 gold pieces on me. If I see the bartender or anybody, I flip him a gold piece and I go, spread the word of what we did here today.
His Rick is still nowhere to be seen.
Anybody.
You can flick a coin and it kind of bounces off the off of the bar and kind of hits a bottle. Ting, 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 ting.
Last one, I was like, everything is fine. We took care of the situation. The evil hag has been slain. You're all safe. If there's anybody outside.
And a crowd erupts in cheer. Yeah!
And I'm just clapping.
They just saw their leader.
I'm like,
Yep.
I will stroll up next to Losteroth and like quietly say to him,
But they all start chanting, Magnus, Magnus, Magnus.
I will say to him, will you leave out the part where you were turned into a mouse?
while I'm clapping and they start chanting Magnus, I do my best Homelander impression. Upset. Brimming with upset, but not showing it. I'm like,
Awesome.
It's the I'm gonna look over at the stables. Is the wagon still there?
Okay, so just kind of going around the corner and looking, the cart is gone. And so are the horses.
But ours is still there.
Yes.
Okay.
And the person that was watching them is gone?
Those were the stable hands.
Oh, okay.
So they're still there.
So what happened to the cart? I'm asking the stable hands.
We were just having our break, and he kind of looks to the other one and says, yeah, and our scheduled break, and it erupted into shadows and then flew into the sky.
Okay.
What a wild response. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I love it.
All right.
Yep.
So, I believe we're ready to fetch our horses and cart.
I'll get to that. The other one's like, yep.
Are you all right?
Like, completely like startled, just like hasn't really taken on board everything that they just witnessed. But they just start kind of acting in autopilot, getting the horses and cart ready for you to take.
Are you all right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't think you'll see anything like that again anytime soon.
No?
Probably not. I mean, I wouldn't think so. Mostly. Maybe not in the next few days anyway.
All right. Thank you. As he kind of hands the reins to you.
Lost, are you driving or me?
I'm driving.
All right. I'll hop up and slide over.
Great. So, taking lead in the cart, bringing it around to the front of the Chubby Pigeon where everyone else is. That is where we're going to close out tonight.
Yes.
Yeah, well done, guys. That was really cool. Gonna just end super quick. We're gonna find someone to raid. So make sure you stay in with that. Thank you, everyone who's stuck around to watch. Thank you, all the newcomers, everyone in between. Thank you. If you're not already, click the follow button before we go off so that you can get a character rolled on screen, because that's dope. And then stick around, because when we raid Legends of Avantris in a couple of seconds, you'll get bonus channel points in order to give those to flex points for our players in future. We should be back on Monday for Legends of Shargal, DM'd by our very own Diane DeCarlo, the pretty DM. So make sure you're going in there. That stuff is going bonkers. I just started thinking about it and my head started frying. So yeah, come along and experience that with us. We will see you on Monday. Thank you for starting your weekend off the right way with Fables of Gahlia. Have a great weekend, guys. Love you so much. Thank you. Bye-bye.